Hey guys, my name is Natasha and I am a coach here at Propel Performance Institute. I am here in our yoga room to take you through a super fun, exciting, sweaty, strength-based leg workout with a little bit of upper body sprinkled in, and then take you through a little bit of a METCON at the end to make sure you get your sweat on and your heart rate up. So stick with me for the next few minutes as I take you through. I'm very excited that we're hosting this through YEG Fitness as part of their 12 Days of Christmas workout. So if you stick with me for the next few minutes, get ready to get a workout on. You don't need that much equipment. However, if you have equipment available to use, I'll show you versions of the workout that you can use with and without equipment today. So if you have nothing at home, don't worry, you can modify this for what you have. All right, let's get started. So at Propel Performance Institute, where I work as a coach, all of our coaches actually recently took a course by Dr. John Rusin and pain-free and are now pain-free performance specialists. So I'll take you through a little bit of a warm-up / prep of what we do to get our athletes and to get our clients warmed up and prepped for their workout. So it's 6 parts, so I'll take you through all 6 parts. Shouldn't take you longer than 10 minutes because we want that warm-up to be nice, short, and sweet, but get you prepped for that tough workout ahead. So stick around. Let's take you through the 6 phases of what we do here to warm up our clients. All right, guys, so first part of the warm up, you might need a foam roller. So if you don't have a foam roller, feel free to just watch for the next time that you might have one, and you can incorporate this into your warm up. So what we're gonna do, since we are gonna do a leg focused strength workout today, we're gonna focus on the lower body in our warm up. We're gonna go from stimulating stimulating your parasympathetic nervous system to kind of relieve some of that stress you might be feeling walking into your workout, get your mind nice and clear, and then we're gonna get your central nervous system, your sympathetic stress response to get you super jacked up for your workout today. So let's start with a little bit of a foam roll. We're gonna focus on our quadriceps today. So what's important with this foam rolling is that you aren't kind of searching out painful spots. So we're looking for a pain of like 4 out of 10. Nothing super insane, but we're still kind of getting this muscle tissue kind of stimulated, but also making sure that the quads are gonna take over in our workout. So we're gonna keep this nice and active. So keep your foam roller kind of perpendicular to your body. I'll show it from the other side here. So you're gonna stick one leg out here, knee bent at like 90 degrees, and you're gonna create like an active plank position here. So you're gonna make sure you are strong through those shoulders, bracing that core, and then you're gonna roll up and down that quad. So my quads actually don't feel too bad today, which is good. So as soon as I kind of find a couple spots that are not super painful, I'm just gonna roll through them. Maybe I'll flex my knee a little bit. Ooh, that hurts a little bit more. If it hurts too much, kind of stay away from those areas. I'm gonna go a little lower on my quad. Nice, okay. So we're gonna stick to foam rolling the quads, 1 to 2 minutes on each side. So again, this isn't like a seek and destroy kind of thing. It's very much just running that foam roller, kind of picking a couple spots in your quads, 4 out of 10, nothing crazy, and then you can flex your knee. If that hurts too much, just stick on the foam roll. We're gonna stick here for 1 to 2 minutes. I'll let you do that, and then we'll move on to step 2. All right, step 2. Like I said, we follow a lot of Dr. John Rusin's pain-free performance specialist guidelines for a phased warm-up. So the second phase of what we kind of do is we try and incorporate some dynamic stretching, or as he calls it, biphasic stretching. So because we're focused on the lower body here, we're gonna enter a lunge position. So we're gonna make sure our knees, our back knee is stacked under our hip. We're gonna make sure we create a 90-degree angle here. We're gonna tuck that back toe under. Just keep it nice and active. Gonna keep that core braced, so make sure everything's nice and stable. When I have that stability here, I'm just going to create an active position in my upper body. So I'm going to push against this knee, and I'm going to activate my pecs and my lats and contract them together. So I'm creating a lot of tension up here, trying to create full body awareness. So we're up here. As soon as we're here, what we're going to do, we're stretching this hip flexor, so we're going to squeeze that glute. On the left side, because I'm working the left side here, I'm gonna push that knee over that toe, come back, push that knee over that toe, really squeezing this left glute, making sure you're feeling a nice stretch down in here. If you don't feel that stretch, don't worry, you're still creating a lot of active tension in your body, just prepping for the workout today. So we're gonna go back and forth. Nice. 1 to 2 minutes on either side. So I'll switch sides here, keep those hips stacked, create that same position, nice and tall, contract those pecs and those lats, push through here, stretch that hip flexor. Ooh, my right hip flexor is definitely tighter. So spend 1 to 2 minutes on either side. Then we'll move to step 3. Right. Next one, we're gonna get a little bit more core involvement here. So we're gonna get that core kind of activated and ready to brace throughout our leg exercises today. So we're gonna start in a quadruped position. So we're gonna tuck our back toes under, go on our hands and knees here. What I'm looking for is making sure your elbows and your wrists are stacked under your shoulders. Toes tucked under, your knees are underneath your hips. Make sure everything's nice and strong up here. So I don't wanna see you sagging into those shoulder blades. Push them out, create some stability, tuck that chin under. And then what we're gonna do, to make sure that core is braced, we're gonna do a bird dog. So it's gonna be a tense bird dog. You're gonna create a lot of tension in your body here, prepping for the workout. So you're gonna imagine your one hand, you're drawing back an arrow. So you're pulling, you're creating a lot of force here. And then you're gonna push that hand out. When you push that hand out, you're gonna lift this leg straight back, squeezing that butt cheek. So ready, pushing it out, creating a tense body here, squeezing that right glute, bringing it back. You see I'm shaking a little bit. I'm really tense right now, creating that full body awareness. Nice. Coming back. Last one. Whew. Switch sides. So I felt a lot of tension in my shoulders. I felt a lot of tension in my core, a lot of tension in my lower body as well. So now we're gonna switch sides. So I'm gonna draw this arrow up. Tense, tense, tense. Just push it out. Stick that leg straight back, squeezing that glute. Coming back and pushing out again. We're gonna do one more rep. And pushing out again. So one thing you want to watch for, if you're doing this with someone else, you can watch out for them too, is that you're not hyperextending that lower back. So I want to make sure that core is nice and engaged, so when I stick that leg out, I'm not losing that lower back position by letting my core go. So make sure, lots of tension there. You can do a couple sets, 3 reps per side, and then join me for step 4. Guys, step 4. If you have a loop resistance band, you can use it for this exercise. Make sure it's a little bit of a lighter one. If you don't have one, that is okay. We're just gonna create a lot of body awareness without it anyway. What we're gonna do is we're gonna do banded glute bridge or glute bridges if you don't have a band. So you're gonna take the entirety of the band, throw it across your mid thigh, put the end of that band underneath your foot on either side. And then I want you to pin that foot to the floor. Pin that foot to the floor, make sure that big toe's touching, lie back. Get into a comfortable position here. So shins are almost vertical to the floor. And then we're gonna posteriorly tuck our pelvis. So we're gonna tuck that pelvis under, create a nice flat back. And then we're gonna push through those feet. Maybe have your hands up here. Create a lot of tension in the pecs and lats. And you're gonna extend those hips up. As you extend those hips up, you're going to push out against the band. So your glute med that are working on either side, you're gonna push out against the band. So you're coming down and back up. And you're hinging around your shoulder blades. So you're not kind of just lifting your butt kind of off the ground. You're not lifting your upper body off the ground. Everything's staying nice and strong up here. Extend up, push through your whole foot, not just through your heels, and come back down. Let's do 3 sets of 5. If you don't have a band, same thing. Keep those shins vertical, keep those arms up, squeeze the chest and the lats, and then you're gonna squeeze up. And then slightly abduct or push out your knees, slightly, not exaggeratively, but slightly, come back down. You should still feel a lot of tension in your glutes, we're not looking to work here. We're looking to just build awareness of them, right? So when we do squats or lunges later, we make sure that we can feel our glutes through the entire thing. So that is step 4. Let's move on to step 5. All right. So we are going to do some bodyweight squats. What I'm going to change about this is our arm position. So we're going to start actually with our hands out here like we're holding a goblet weight. So this is just body weight. What I want you to do, we have our core brace, so ribs down, keeping them good proximity to our hips, keeping that nice and braced. We got our glutes turned on. What we're going to do is we're going to screw our feet into the floor, so externally rotate those hips so those knees are pushed out. And we're going to go for a nice, slow, eccentric bodyweight squat here. So 3 seconds down. So count with me. 1, 2, 3, and come back up. So if you didn't feel your glutes on that set, I want you to think about them right now. Push those knees out. Really feel the glute med working. Screw those feet in, and you're going to sit back a little more. So sit back. We're going to go down 1, 2, 3. Nice pop up. We're going to do 3 more. So 5 reps. So 1, 2, 3. 2 more. 1, 2, 3. Last one. 1, 2, 3. Beautiful. So what that's doing is that just making sure that we have that awareness in that squat before we put weight on it. If you don't have weight, don't worry. We're going to slow them down even more. Still going to feel hard. Still going to give your legs a good workout. So stick around. We're going to stay tuned for our last step, set number 6. In the meantime, do a couple more sets of those bodyweight squats. Do 2 more sets of 5, and then we'll move on. See ya for last step, step number 6. All right, guys, you feeling warm yet? I know I am, and I'm probably only doing about 25% of this workout with you guys right now. So I'm feeling sweaty. I'm starting to feel warm. What do we need to do now? We need to throw that stress response up. We need to get your body amped and ready to lift some weight. Let's do a workout. So last thing we're going to do, we're going to do drop squats with a jump squat. So jumping or plyometric exercise is a really good way to turn your body on, to get it really hyped up for that next step, that next big lift. So let's do drop squats. So we're going to reach up as high as we can to the sky, even get on our tippy toes here. When I say go, you're going to drop down into a drop squat. What does that mean? It means you're going to land in your landing position should you step off a tiny step. So up, and then when I say go, boom, dropping down. So ready? Let's do 2 more. Ready? Go. And set up, go. Nice. Okay, now I'm going to add an extra step to that. So you probably already feel amped a little bit, a little warm. Next step, gonna spike that heart rate just a little bit. We're gonna go drop squat. When you drop down, you're gonna use that energy from those legs. You're gonna jump up as high as you can, then reset at the bottom. So we're going up, down, Ready? We're gonna do 3 of those. Whew, that's getting my heart rate up. I'm gonna get nice and warm, guys. Let's go, and go. And go. And set up, and go. Beauty, guys. Bet you're a little bit amped. Do 1 more set of 3, then let's get started with the leg workout. All right, guys, how did you like that warm-up? It made a lot of sense, right? You get everything kind of nice and loose that's working a little too hard, such as the quads. Activate the glutes and the core, then get that heart rate spiking, get your central nervous system amped up. I know I'm feeling a little warm right now, so I hope you guys are too. Let's start off with 3 rounds of 3 different exercises. This is a leg-focused workout. I have a little bit of upper body kind of sprinkled in there as well, as much as you can while you have at home if you have no equipment. So first exercise we're going to do is a front-loaded squat. So if you have a barbell at home, barbell front squats. If you have dumbbells at home, front-loaded dumbbells. So hold it like a goblet, hold 2 up here, kind of get those elbows nice and high, or you can use a band. I have a band with me today, so I'm going to show you what a banded one will look like, but feel free to load this with any sort of weight that you have at home. Even water in a milk jug, that works too. So, got my band here. I'm going to put my band under my toes. I'm going to elevate. I'm going to get that band up to my shoulders, and I'm going to elevate those elbows, keep them nice and high. I'm going to brace my core, so I'm going to tuck in those ribs towards my hips. I'm going to take my usual squatting stance here, guys. So if you squat a little wider, that's okay. If you need to take a narrower stance, also cool. So we're going to squat down. Keep it nice and slow. Don't try and rush through these squats. Remember, we're keeping that core brace, keeping those glutes engaged, externally rotating those hips, screwing those feet in the floor, and we're gonna squat. So we've got 1, 2, nice, 3. So you're gonna go 5 more. So 8 reps each round. So if you, by the time you get to the end and you feel like, dang, that was super easy 8 reps. No, I don't want it to be easy. I want it to be hard. So that means you're gonna pick up a heavier band, you're gonna grab a heavier dumbbell, you're gonna throw more weight on that barbell. We're gonna go 8 reps. I want those last couple reps to feel hard. So yeah, I want your form to still be fine, but I want those legs to feel a little bit fatigued by the end. So that's exercise number 1. Exercise number 2, we have eccentric push-ups. So it's push-ups, just a little bit harder. So we're gonna go into our push-up stance. Let's make sure we're nice and braced in this one. So we're gonna keep those shoulders up, or keep those shoulders nice and stable, so not sinking into those scaps, keeping them nice, pushed up strong. Tuck that chin under. We're gonna take this quadruped. We're gonna take like a low plank, like a modified push-up position here to make sure we're nice and braced for the full one. So tuck those toes under, tuck that core in. Keep those shoulders nice and braced. Make sure that back's still flat. When you're ready, you're gonna squeeze those quads. Get them up there. So right from this position, you can go a little wider if you need to on the push-up. Squeeze your butt. Make it nice and strong. Brace your core. You're gonna slowly lower down in your push-up over 3 seconds. Ready? 1, 2, 3. See? Made it to the bottom. We're gonna start over again. We're gonna do 10 reps of those, 3 seconds down. You can either push back up if you want that to be a little harder, or if you're not quite there yet, it's all good. 3 seconds down, reset at the top, keep going. So we're back in this position, nice, high plank, we're going 3 seconds down. 1, 2, 3. Nice job, guys. So we're gonna go 10 reps of those. First one, front squats, going 8 reps. Next one, 10 reps for push-ups, all right? Last exercise we're going to do here is, lateral step downs. I had to refer to my computer for that one. Lateral step downs. Next exercise we're gonna do, lateral step downs. We're gonna grab a step. So if you have a nice sturdy chair, or stairs, the bottom step, something nice and solid to take a step off of. So you can load this one as well. So I don't have any weight for this one. You can grab a dumbbell. You can have dumbbells on either side. You're gonna sit here, and it's almost like a pistol squat, so single leg squat, but the difficulty is dependent on how high the surface you have. So if you want it to be more difficult, use a higher surface. So we're going here. We're gonna sit down, lower as high as we can, low as we can, touch that foot to the floor, come back up. So ready, lower down, keep that single leg balance, come back up. Other side looks like this. Step down, or step up onto your box, find your balance. So find your balance here. If you don't quite feel like you have that single leg balance for this, not a problem. You can do step ups. Step ups, you can step onto the box, step off the box, right? So that in this lateral step downs, I'm going down as low as I can. Whew, lost a little bounce there. Boxes also make this harder. Really forces your ankle stability. So let's go 8 reps per side on step downs, 8 reps of those front squats, 10 reps of those eccentric push-ups. Go for 3 rounds, then check back in for part 2. Yes, there's more legs. So we're gonna do part 2. So pause this video, do that for 3 rounds, then check back in, okay? Let's do this. All right, guys, I hope the first set went well. I hope your legs are feeling a little wobbly at this point. We have more legs. I have 3 rounds of 3 more exercises for you to do. We're gonna stick around still that 8 to 10 rep range. Keep it a little bit heavier, but not too heavy. So let's see how this goes. So first one we are going to do is a front foot elevated split squat. So this is what we're gonna do right here. This one's tough, so follow along. You're gonna step up onto a step or a little box or a plate if you have one. Anything to elevate that foot a little bit off the floor there. We're gonna find some single leg balance here. So obviously stabilize that back leg. If you have a weight, you can weight them on either side or as a goblet as well, or no weight if you don't have anything. It's all good. This is gonna be challenging enough. So we're gonna drop that back knee towards the floor. So you can keep your hands on either side. You're gonna drop that back knee towards the floor. As that happens, your front knee is going to push a little bit over your front toes. Now, big controversy, should knees go over your toes? If you still believe that knees shouldn't go over your toes, come on. Your knees can totally go over your toes. Ready? See, watch it again. Drop that back knee, drop that back knee. There we go. Come all the way down, push all the way up. So you're pushing, keep equal pressure on this front foot. Step back, switch legs when you've done 8 on one side. Weight on either side, drop that back knee, force that knee forward, stepping back up. This one's gonna require some hip mobility as well. So if you don't feel like you're quite ready for that, if you go that, you can't keep your balance, super difficult, don't even worry about it. Here's another option, just from the ground. Find that deep lunge position, tuck that toe under, weight here, push up, come back down, push up, come back down. Easier. If you're like, heck no, I hate lunges, I hate split squats, come on. Just do the lunges, they're good for you, but the easiest one would be grab a little bit of support, throw that back leg, drop that back knee, step up. Hold on to something. If you don't feel like you have that stability in that lunge position, hold on to something, drop that back knee into a reverse lunge. See how that goes for you, okay? So that's the first one. Second one, here's a little bit of upper body and core for you. Plank shoulder taps. No equipment required. Finding that nice high plank again, keeping those shoulders nice and strong. Don't be sinking into those scaps right here. Then I'm gonna bounce on one hand. I'm gonna toss this hand to the opposite shoulder. And I'm not gonna sway my hips while I do that. So I'm gonna keep those hips nice and sturdy with that core brace, coming back and forth. We're gonna do 10 on each side, guys. That's 20 reps. 10 on each side, 20 reps. We're going 8 reps on the front foot elevated split squats. Then I have one more for you. The hinge. So hinge here, I'm gonna use a band. You can use a weight on the front. You can use, if you feel comfortable, you can throw your barbell kind of on your back for a good morning as well. I'm gonna use this band. I'm gonna throw it up. Can I let it sit on my traps a little bit? It's gonna pull my hair. This is not gonna feel great. So on your traps, and you're gonna hinge back. So key thing about the hinge, it is all movement at your hips. I wanna see a slight bend in your knee, but I don't wanna see some active knee bend when you do this. I just wanna see your hips moving. So it's like you're gonna hip check someone, okay? You're gonna sit those hips back, stick that butt out. You feel a stretch in those hamstrings? You feel those hamstrings feel a little tight? You feel your glutes kind of be like, oh, I think I have to do something here? Yeah, perfect. Then you're gonna pop back up. You're gonna extend, you're gonna use those glutes to extend your hips forward, back to start, okay? So hinging those hips back and back up. Back down, back up. Remember that glute exercise we did before? Yeah, your glutes should be remembering that. So they should be working here. If you feel it all in your hamstrings, try and squeeze those glutes, make sure they're working. Pop a couple more glute bridges. Make sure you have that glute awareness. And then keep going with that hinge. Make sure those shoulder blades are also tucked back. So sometimes when I see people do hinge, they go like this because their hamstrings are too tight or limit them. So I want you to keep your shoulder blades back, come down to wherever you can. Squeeze those glutes, come all the way back up. If you don't have any weight and you want to challenge yourself, or you do have weight and you want to challenge yourself a little more, let's go single leg, single leg. So we're going to keep our toe pointed forward. If you have a foam roller, here's a great thing that I learned. You're going to keep that toe down. You're going to push straight back. So your torso and your leg are acting as one unit here. Coming down, coming back. Push, make sure you have feeling in that entire foot. You can feel the floor. Not one part of your foot is lifting back up. When you're done for that, grab some weight right here. And then come down, keep that toe pointed down. Extend all the way up. So that's our single leg Romanian deadlift, okay? So, or you can do double-legged. We're gonna go 8 to 10 reps on that one. So 8 if you wanna go a little heavier, make it a little harder. 10 to 12 you wanna keep things lighter and go a little bit further, okay? So front foot elevated split squats, 8 per side. Then we have plank shoulder taps, 10 per side. Then we have these single leg deadlifts with or without a foam roller. Foam roller is just a cue. But 8 to 10 if you're doing single leg per side, 8 to 10 if you're doing double with weight, okay? So try those 3 out. I wanna see 3 rounds, 8 to 10 reps, then check back, because there is more. There's going to be a METCON. It's going to make you sweat. You may hate them, but there are burpees, and you should just do them because they're good for you. So burpees are part of the next step, METCON. So let me show you the last little bit of the workout. All right, guys, so if any of you watching have been to Propel Performance Institute, you know we like to incorporate a good warm-up, a good prep, a good main strength workout, which you just did. Then we throw in a spicy METCON at the end. So everyone who's worked out says, oh yeah, I just want to get a good sweat. Let's see how it goes. This is where you get your sweat, guys. This is where you get your heart rate up. This is where you challenge yourself just a little bit more to squeeze in that little bit more of extra effort to get through it. So very simple one today, guys. I did mention burpees before, so if you stopped watching this video, that's unfortunate for you. You're missing out because burpees are awesome. You're gonna go 21 to 3, subtracting 3 reps each round. So it looks like 21, 18, 15, 12, 9, 6, 3. You're going to do, you guessed it, burpees and jump squats. I know, relentless. It's gonna be brutal, but you're gonna feel so good after, I promise. 21, once you get past 15, it's gonna be great. So 21 reps of burpees, 21 reps of jump squats, then you're going 18 reps of each, down to 15, and so on, till you get to 3, and you feel like you're winning. You made it all the way through, how many, like 50 burpees? Yeah, you're gonna crush it. If you have no idea what a burpee is or haven't seen one before in your life, don't worry, I'm gonna show you. So burpee. We do chest to the floor on these ones. So we're gonna hop up, we're gonna come down, we're gonna scoot our feet back, and then we're gonna drop our chest to the floor. So it doesn't have to be like a slow eccentric push-up. You're just coming up, dropping your chest down, like you're doing like a worm or something, yeah? So that's what a burpee looks like. Jump squat, we did them in the warm-up, remember? So you're all primed and ready for these. So you're gonna start with your hands down, hop up, come back down. That's only 1 rep. You have 20 more reps to go in the first round. So let's see you complete all of these. I know you are not looking forward to it, but just get it done because it's so good for you. Let's see it. Once you get that done, I'm gonna show you a quick core finisher here, and then you will be done for good, I promise. There's no more after the core, unless you wanna stretch a little bit or foam roll, because that's also really good for you. So, guys, get those burpees and jump squats done, and then we'll do some core, okay? All right, last little bit here, a little bit of core work for you. I know you're probably breathing heavy from those jump squats and those burpees, but promise, doing a good core workout a little bit after or sprinkled into your workout is so good for you. So let's start off. We're gonna do 30 seconds of each, the first round, 45 seconds the second round, try for 60 seconds in the third round. If you want to challenge yourself, do that scheme. If you're like, no, I'm not quite there yet, 30 seconds, 30 seconds, 30 seconds, or even 10. 10 up to 30. You pick your time. Don't cheap out on the time though. Make sure you're challenging yourself. So ready? First one, we're gonna do 30 seconds of hollow hold, guys. If you've ever been to Propel, you know you do these quite often. You turn into a swoopy banana looking thing and it crushes your core muscles. So let's see this. Hollow hold. You're gonna lift your legs off the ground, point your toes. You're gonna draw your arms back and cinch up. So I'm creating a lot of brace right here. And you're gonna hold that for 30 seconds. Let my core already shake. Get ready, that was only 5 seconds. So 25 seconds. If you're like, oh heck no, that's not gonna happen, bring your legs in a little bit more, bring your arms up. That'll make it a little bit easier for you if you just can't keep those legs hovering over the floor, okay? 30 seconds of that. Then 30 seconds of plank, guys. We went over plank position, quadruped, get those shoulders nice and strong, bring those legs up, squeeze those quads, squeeze those glutes. Make sure you're kind of creating that active tension between your toes and your hands. Hold this for 30 seconds, guys. 30 seconds. If you picture a force pulling your hands and your feet together, it's gonna make this plank so much harder, but feels so much better. And especially if you suffer from lower back pain or anything like that, making sure you have that proper core brace is going to be key to making it through that plank. So 30 seconds of that, or whatever time period you want to choose. Then we're just going to go sit-ups. A classic. Sit-ups, you're going to try and create active flexion here. So you're going to flex forward, bring that torso up to those knees. You can, if you have a partner, you can have them stand on your feet. Makes it a little bit easier, but making sure you're using those core muscles to flex up and you're not just straining those hip flexors and you're not just whipping up some serious momentum. All right, so coming up, flexing up, bringing that torso towards your knees. 30 seconds of that. So 30 seconds of each, 45, then 60, or drop it down accordingly to whatever you feel comfortable with, or we'll just challenge you just that little extra bit and see how it goes, okay? So it's the last little bit of my workout I have today. What I suggest after you finish this course, so you're gonna do 3 rounds of that, 3 rounds. After you do 3 rounds of that, I want you to take some active recovery here. I want you to take some breaths. So when you're done that, I want you to lie on your back. If you have a wall, put your legs up on it. It's really good. Get some length in those hamstrings, help restore that blood flow back to your upper body there. We've used a lot of it for our legs. So we're gonna sit here, we're gonna take some nice deep breaths. So you're just gonna breathe in through your nose, out through your mouth, or in and out through your nose. And you're gonna try and breathe down into the diaphragm, so down into your belly. So keep it away from the like tense upper body you might have if you had a lot of stress going on. So we're gonna take some nice deep breaths. Just to calm ourselves down after this workout. It was stressful, right? Those burpees were hard. Your legs are tired from all the leg stuff because let's be real, legs are the easiest thing to work out at home. So take some nice deep breaths. Make sure to calm that nervous system down after your workout so that way you don't walk away feeling all amped and stressed and ready to yell at your boyfriend or your husband or your wife or your sister or anyone. Make sure you're nice and calm down, nice and relaxed. You can take a moment here. You can actually foam roll, kind of get some of those tight points out. You can stretch a little bit and take some more deep breaths. Recover for as long as you need to until you're kind of feeling more relaxed and you can kind of take on the rest of your day. So thanks again for joining my workout today. Again, I'm Coach Natasha. I work at Propel Performance Institute. We are doing this for YEG Fitness to support free play for kids. So please make sure to tell everyone else about this. Just let them know what's happening, how they can sign up, and how they can watch our video. And stay tuned for so many other fitness facilities that are kind of joining in this week as well, that are kind of participating. So you can get a wide variety of workouts and check them out through all of these awesome Edmonton-based facilities. So I hope you have a great weekend. I hope you stay safe. And I hope that your Christmas, as socially distanced as it has to be, is still lovely and you enjoy it and you spend some time with those that you love, either virtually or if you can be together. All right? Thanks guys for joining. And if you liked the video and you liked what I had to show, again, Propel Performance Institute, check us out. You can check us out on our website, see how it goes, okay? Have an awesome weekend, guys. See you.